The rising cost of living is pushing Frances Chapman to breaking point. Like many Australians, she's already made big spending cuts.
I have 3 kids who are aged 9, 4 and 2. Groceries have just gone up, and our phone bill and our electricity bill and everything.
Thank you.
After those expenses and their mortgage payments, there's little left for much else.
It's been really stressful, it's been really tough. I hate having to say to my kids that they can't have the things that they want.
Annual inflation has been steadily dropping since December last year, but prices accelerated in the September quarter at a slightly faster than expected pace. Higher global oil prices pushed up fuel costs. Rents were another big contributor, but the Commonwealth Rent Assistance kept a lid on them. Government rebates and subsidies also helped moderate electricity price rises and made childcare cheaper.
0.5 percentage point has been taken off inflation as the combined consequence of our cost of living policies.
But the Treasurer is ruling out a cut to the fuel excise, despite Australians feeling pain at the pump.
Look, it definitely is starting to take a hit in my household.
I do not drive the Land Cruiser anymore because it just costs a fortune, even to go around the block in it.
Economists say there comes a point when people can't afford further increases in the cost of living, and higher petrol prices could cause the economy to slow down.
What it will do is it will impact on broader demand in the economy. So we have to have fuel, we need to use our cars, we need to go to work. It's very difficult to reduce the expenditure on that. So when the price of it goes up, it simply means we have less money to spend on things like going to the hairdresser, on eating at restaurants.
If inflation doesn't come down fast enough, the RBA Governor has this warning.
The board won't hesitate to raise the cash rate further if there's a material upward revision to the outlook for inflation.
There's a lot of unknowns that the Reserve Bank has to consider. If the war in the Middle East escalates, it's almost certain that the oil price will shoot up, and that increases the chance of a global recession. There's also the risk that the RBA may go too far, with 12 rate rises since May last year already pushing many homeowners to the edge.
We expect some of these price pressures at the bowser to be potentially exacerbated by what we're seeing in the Middle East right now.
These figures probably do put it more towards the raising rates rather than keeping them on hold as they have done since June.
If there's a rate rise on Melbourne Cup Day, Frances and her husband may have to sell up and move further out of Sydney.
That's pretty scary to think about, to be honest. I'm not sure we could handle much more of a rate increase. So ultimately, I guess we would have to look at trying to find a cheaper place to live.
A reality many other Australians could soon face.